An exclusive City News investigation has uncovered more allegations of abuse and neglect at Ontario's schools for the deaf. Dozens of families have come forward sharing disturbing experiences, highlighting a systemic issue for deaf children in Ontario for decades.
This is way bigger than we thought. We had no idea. No idea. I mean, the stories that we've heard are shocking.
The family is remaining anonymous to protect their daughter's identity. They allege their daughter was abused at the Ernest C. Drury School for the Deaf in Milton, and school administrators failed to protect her. Since we shared their story last month, at least 30 other families and students have revealed their own alleged traumas.
We've heard sort of the same thing over and over from lots of people, deaf and hearing, all afraid to come forward for fear of retaliation.
On a website the family has created called deaftrauma.com, troubling story after story, with titles like, "My self-esteem was destroyed," "I have been traumatized by the school admin," "They physically abused me," 2 staff. There is a problem with the deaf education system.
It's just unbelievably cruel conduct, and we're very concerned for the safety of children.
One parent whose daughter attended a deaf school writing, "One day I was there to pick her up. She was left in a very soiled diaper for the whole day with urine and stool inside. I broke down in tears there, but they told me sorry, we were short-staffed." The parent adding, "We have moved my daughter to a mainstream hearing school. Lucky for her, the special ed team in the hearing high school has better services for her." In another story, a student writing they were sexually and physically abused by 2 male students for years at EC Drury, and no one helped. "They touched my body. I tried to hide when I saw them, but they always followed me. I felt sad, angry, and disgusting. The school did not provide enough support." Another student writing they reported sexual abuse 6 times to school leadership at EC Drury. "They let it happen and told me to stop complaining because I was a pretty girl."
And the accountability is not the same as it would be in a school board. And I think that's why so many incidents have happened.
The live-in schools are run directly by the province. In 2016, Ontario settled a $15 million class action lawsuit with former students who alleged they were physically and sexually abused at 3 schools for the deaf. But families allege the abuse has not stopped. The family we spoke with has pulled their daughter from EC Drury, and they're now taking further action, giving notice that they intend to file a lawsuit against the Ontario government in 60 days.
Money is not the most important part of this claim. Their daughter's education is, and their daughter's safety is, unless the government comes through in a big way. The pattern is continuing. There are many things wrong and broken in this system.
Both the Attorney General's office and the Ministry of Education say now that this is the subject of litigation, it would be inappropriate to comment. But the Ministry of Education does add the protection of students is our foremost priority. Ontario's provincial and demonstration schools provide support, safety, and meaningful learning opportunities for these students. For City News, I'm Tina Yazdani.